All right, on the way to the gym. We got us a upper body day, right, baby? Baby's sitting in the passenger seat. She also has an upper body day with me. Thinking we'll start with some bench press. I want to hit 275 for a fuck ton of sets, F ton of reps, and then I'm actually gonna do some hang cleans. I think. If you guys know hang clean, man, I attribute probably 70% of my back growth to hang cleans. By the way, it's a fantastic exercise for your upper traps and upper. Oh shit, phone's going down. For your upper back, mainly your traps, and then just like I don't know, anything with your upper back is just it's so good for you. And it translates really like good over to any sort of like front rack position, so like a front squat. Just being able to catch weight in that position is really good. Yeah, no, got my pre-workout in the shaker cup. It's gonna be fire. We're working out the local YMCA. Damn right. If you're a young guy out there and you think you need a fucking perfect gym or the zoo cultures or the crunch fitnesses, where the hell you guys do, you don't. You need a barbell and some dumbbells and you'll be fine. Maybe a cable machine. That's all you need to gain any kind of like serious muscle. You got those three things, you're set. Is that right? Damn right. When I first started working out, first I would say probably year and a half. This is probably eighth grade going into ninth grade, freshman year of high school. All I had was like the Bowflex adjustable dumbbells. I would hit chest every single day because I had no clue what I was doing. But eventually, I ended up building a pretty decent foundation just with dumbbells. So I don't know. Don't think you need all these fancy machines. It is nice to have those every once in a while, but you truly don't need them. Just do the basics and do them fucking good. Just learn how to do them. Oh yeah, we also got the fucking huge ass pump cover on. Absolute mandatory for all gym goers. Need to have a fucking triple XL pump cover at all times. Yeah, get you guys in there, man. It's gonna be good. All right, guys. So we got a little bit of a voiceover. It was kind of packed in the gym today, so I didn't really feel like pulling out the mic and talking in between sets. So here we go. This is the top. I think this was my last set of 275 today on bench. I think I ended up hitting three sets. I think it was just a 3x3. I was expecting to get a little bit more. I wanted a 3x5 today, but as you can see, this last set it felt heavy. So was not moving the way I wanted to today, which is that's just part of lifting. Um, yeah, here the first rep, first rep's pretty good, but these second two reps just kind of get worse and worse. And you gotta understand like you're gonna have times like this in the gym where you're just not as strong as you want to be or as you're used to being. And then I went to an immediate drop set, dropped down to 225. I hit that for 10, I believe, which is it's decent. I've definitely hit this weight for a lot more. I'm working my way back up there, trying to get some more volume with my bench press. Hopefully that carries over some more strength. And my main factor when it comes to bench is my triceps. I need to work on some tricep strength for sure. Really just prioritize it. But yeah, decent bench session today. We then moved into our first back exercise of the workout, which was bent over rows. And I love to go heavy on these things. Like whenever I do them, I get a sick pump. And as you can see in today's workout, it was a bit of more of an upright position, working on my upper back, mid trap area. Really just want to get a sick pump, just throw some weight around. And after this set, we had a little bit of a pump check. I feel like this is a a necessary. The first necessary is the triple XL sweatshirt I had on. But after that, I feel like it's really important to check your progress, make sure everything looks right. And by this I can tell like what needs work. Biceps definitely need some work. Uh, maybe a little bit on the shoulder, rear delts look alright. Um, the width is good on my back. I'm trying to work on the details on the inside. So yeah, there's nothing wrong with checking a good pump in the middle of your workout. I was winded though by this point. It was and it looked good from the front, look wide. Like I said, need to work on those biceps though, and maybe capping those delts off a little bit. This was a good workout. I was really feeling it towards the end. Had some fun variations in there. And as you'll see later in the workout, there's some great variations when it comes to like some of the lat pullovers. Here's a nice little lat spread for you guys. Pump looks sick. um, and then I think I ended up doing 3 total sets with 275 for I think it was around 8 reps, and then my last set. And what you guys will see in a lot of my last sets when it comes to all my exercises, I'll do some sort of a drop set. And with this one, as you guys will see, I did 275 for I think around 8 reps. I then drop it to 225, do as many as I can, and I dropped it down to 185 and do as many as I can. And as you guys can see, you guys see my hands. If you guys are trying to like, engage your back, especially your lats or like the upper part of your back, think of your hands as being meat hooks. And then think about pulling your elbows back and then up. So there's like really, really think about just pulling your elbows back, um, and just driving your elbows just as far back as they can go. Don't be afraid to sway a little bit with these heavier weights. It's okay not to lift optimally. The use of straps definitely helps as well. Really being able just to feel the mind muscle connection. You get a nice pump going before we move on to our next chest exercise, our second chest exercise of the day. Me over here regretting life at this point. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with getting a little bit of sway in there. Really, I'm pulling that bar right to like my belly button area, and it blows up the lower part of my lat. And here I jump down to 185, and I have a supinated grip. And now this supinated grip, when you have your hands like this, it really helps me connect to the lower part of my lat, which is the part I need to work on. And I just feel it here, and it's a great variation if you guys want to try it. I would really recommend if you're trying to add a little bit of intensity or take your workouts to the next level, adding in some drop sets is a great way to do it. We then moved into our second chest exercise, which was incline dumbbell bench. Trying to throw around the 90s today. They felt pretty heavy. Usually they're not this heavy, but I screwed around with a little bit of a more incline than I normally would. I usually don't do it this way, but I thought, might as well try it, and actually felt really good. Got a really good pump. And as you'll see here, Babe came in clutch with the spot here. And it's great to incorporate these forced reps and these kind of like help reps to really progressively overload these exercises. It's only going to help you in the end. Really, really just going maximal effort on these. Another thing I love to do is supersets. I'll superset a lot of my exercises. Today's superset was a chest supported row, and as you can see, I'm pulling that weight directly towards my hip area, kind of toward my back pocket. Really, really just squeezing that upper back and those lower lats. Fantastic superset. Highly recommend. The pump cover is officially off, and we are on to seated cable rows, which is an absolute staple in all of my back workouts. So many variations and so many different things you can do with this. And today it was a little bit wider grip with more of an upright position, really working on that mid back, like I've been saying. Rear delt, I really felt this in my rear delt today, which is nice. As you can see, once I started a little bit fatigued, kind of start chucking the weight a little bit, which is all right. You don't have to lift optimally. It's all right to throw the weight around as long as you feel it. this is the intensity that you need to grow. And then this is supersetted with some dips. This is the third set of my dips. My second set I actually hit 20 reps, which is it's pretty cool to be able to do that again. It's been a while since I've been able to hit 20 reps on dips. Another great superset, really just build strength in the tricep and hit the lower part of your chest. We then moved into our final training block with some cable. I guess flies, but they kind of look like some sort of cable press. And I'll throw a ton of different variations with this stuff based on just how I feel. But I would just say I recommend you guys stick with one, master it, and just really feel this. It's a great way to pump the chest up and just really overload it. Great way to finish off your chest day. Then we moved into one of my absolute favorites for back, which is a lat pullover. A few different variations here. So we have the straight bar. This one I go a little bit heavier. Really just work on, really getting a good stretch at the top, squeezing all the way down the bottom. And like I said, going a little bit heavy, tear down that muscle. And then we moved into one of my favorite variations of this movement, which is a single arm lat pullover. If you were having any trouble engaging your lats, I would highly recommend you give this a try. You get a serious stretch at the top, and you're just able to drive the elbow so far back and really get a good connection with your lat. Great way to finish out the back day and just really pump it out. Fucking in there for 3 hours
later.
My upper body days tend to be freaking ridiculously long, I guess. So I might be splitting them up, but we'll see. It was successful though. We had a shut up, bro.
Sorry. Whoops. Wear your seatbelts, kids.
Wear your damn seatbelts. It was a successful upper body lift day. Yeah, I got a good pump though, huh? It was fire. All right, nothing much planned for the rest of the day though. We just got some food. So you got homework, right? I'm editing this video because, like I said, I'm a dropout. So don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button and help your boy out. So I'm not a bum and I don't have to rely on my sugar mama. Yeah, that shit was killer. You guys will see on those bent over rows, I'm a little bit higher. So, that was because today I was working on, no, I wasn't doing any width. I was working on more like the thickness of my back. So like my upperish back, a little bit like my upper lat. Trying to get that thickness. It's my second back day of the week, so I usually work on a little bit of thickness. And my first back workout of the week is more of a width, so working on like the outer portion of my lat, like the lower lat. Yeah, you'll see I did some seated cable rows, went pretty heavy on those too. Just straight up overhand grip, a little bit wider. The shit's not hard. Trying to gain weight, throw some heavy weight on the machine or grab some heavy ass dumbbells and just throw those bitches around for a little bit. That's all it is. It's not that complicated. There's a time and a place for that optimal lift shit, It's not every time you go in there. It's okay to, not ego lift, but kind of ego lift every once in a while. Damn, it's hot in this bitch. You need to know the difference between ego lifting and just, moving some heavy weight sometimes, there's a difference. Ego lifting is putting like your health and like putting yourself at like a risk of injury. If you're like swaying a little bit when you're doing stuff, and as long as you feel the muscle, there's nothing wrong with that. I'd much rather do, for example, when I was doing my bent over rows is 275, which is a decent amount of weight. I probably could have done 6 reps, perfect form, but I think on one of my sets I ended up doing 10 reps. The first six reps are really good form. Those last 4 is a little bit of a sway, but you got to think about it. I got a little bit more volume and I moved the weight a little bit more, so I'm gonna end up getting more out of it in the end. As long as you know what you're doing, you're not being stupid about it. There's no reason why you can't sway or just chuck some weight around for a little bit. Oh shit, someone's coming. I'm sick of all this optimal lift shit I see all the time. There's a time and a place for it. shouldn't be your main like optimal lifting. That shouldn't be your main thing you do. Key is just don't be a pussy. Just throw some weight around. I'll probably record meal 2. Show you guys a little bit of that. But yeah, catch you guys for meal number 2.